With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You look at this Baltimore defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Ravens have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
1 yard and now no yards have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He'll find Bateman once more. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Jackson going to keep it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A first down carry for Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot. Sit hot.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action with Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. you know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught. Now the ball comes loose. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! What are you? Sit hot!
This time, Jackson will throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him on a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job.
For a heavy rush, and down he goes. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Second and 19 at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Chiefs force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He'll get it inside the 20, down the left sideline. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Sampson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Mahomes now with a sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would go.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's got room to roam. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Checks this down to Sampson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 47.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Attack!
Mahomes going to throw. Left side, he's got Robinson. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Now here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Kamara now to return. Pushing his way through.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Ravens' 43-yard line.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy, 43 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Now it's Jackson.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal.
And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll swing this out to Sampson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. A gain of 15. And the 1st down, Chiefs.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. A gain of 14. Hey, 1st down, Kansas City.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 59-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. Down the left sideline. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. 2nd down and a yard.
180. 180. 180.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
DC,
Throwing is Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
First down, Chiefs.
They'll run on first down. Sampson. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score. Chiefs 28, Ravens 13. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Going deep for Walker. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
The 10-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
At the 10-yard line.
Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Yellow!
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run here with Dowdle. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Mahomes now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
39-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Jackson to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's good for a Baltimore.
Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the jump.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions.